get it. There are days when you wake up, stare at the ceiling, and think, is this really it? Same routine, same pressure, same quiet feeling that you're falling behind while everyone else seems to be moving forward. You scroll your phone, you see people winning, smiling, announcing big changes, and suddenly that heavy thought hits you. What am I doing wrong? If that sounds familiar, stay with me for a minute. This isn't a lecture. This is just an honest conversation between two people trying to figure life out. You know what's crazy? Most people who feel stuck aren't lazy. They're exhausted, mentally tired, emotionally overloaded. They've been trying for a long time with very little to show for it, and nobody really talks about that part. We celebrate the glow-ups and the breakthroughs, but we don't talk enough about the years of doubt, the quiet failures, the nights where you question your own worth. And here's the part nobody tells you. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you're broken. It usually means you've outgrown the version of life you're currently living. Think about that for a second. When you were younger, you had this picture in your head of how things would look by now, where you'd be, how confident you'd feel, maybe how successful you'd be. And when reality doesn't match that picture, it hurts. It can make you feel like you missed your chance, like time is running out. But here's the truth, most people don't realize until much later. Life doesn't move in straight lines, it moves in chapters. And sometimes the chapter you're in right now is the one that feels the slowest, the hardest, and the least rewarding. That doesn't mean it's pointless. It means it's preparing you. We've all felt that way. Stuck between who we used to be and who we're trying to become. And that in-between space is uncomfortable. It's confusing. You don't fully belong to your old life anymore, but your new life hasn't shown up yet either. This is where most people get stuck, not because they can't move forward, but because they keep judging themselves for not already being there. Let me tell you something gently, because this matters. You are allowed to take longer than you expected. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to rebuild your confidence slowly. None of that makes you weak. It makes you human. And this might surprise you, but sometimes feeling lost is actually a sign that you are finally asking the right questions. Questions like, what do I really want? What actually matters to me? Not to everyone else. Am I chasing this life because it excites me? Or because I'm afraid of disappointing people? Those questions can feel scary, but they're powerful. They mean you're waking up. Here's something practical that helped a lot of people I've talked to. Stop asking yourself, what's my big purpose? And start asking, what's the next small, honest step I can take? Not the perfect step. Not the one that impresses everyone. Just the honest one. Maybe it's setting better boundaries. Maybe it's finally admitting you're unhappy where you are. Maybe it's learning a new skill, or taking care of your health, or asking for help. Small steps don't look impressive on social media, but they change your life over time. Wait, it gets better. You don't need to have everything figured out to move forward. You just need enough courage to not stay where you are out of fear. Most people don't fail because they try and lose. They fail because they never let themselves try, honestly. They stay in situations that drain them because at least they're familiar. And familiarity feels safer than uncertainty, even when it's making you miserable. Let's talk about comparison for a second, because that's a big one. Comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel will mess with your head every single time. You don't know their full story. You don't see their anxiety, their doubts, their private struggles. You just see the polished moment. And when you measure your entire life against that, of course, you're going to feel behind. But you're not behind. You're on your own timeline. This is where everything changes, the moment you stop rushing yourself to become someone else and start allowing yourself to become you. Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace over proving a point. Sometimes it looks like resting instead of forcing productivity. Sometimes it looks like saying no, even when you're really scared of what people will think. And look, motivation doesn't always feel like fire. Sometimes it feels like quiet determination, like getting up and doing the thing, even when you don't feel inspired, even when nobody's clapping, even when the results are slow. That's not weakness. That's discipline. That's growth. If you're feeling stuck right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not running out of time. You are learning. You are adjusting. You are becoming more aware. and awareness is the foundation of real change. The people who eventually build lives they're proud of aren't the ones who never struggled. They're the ones who didn't give up on themselves during the struggle. Here's a mindset shift that can help. Instead of asking, "Why isn't this working yet?" try asking, "What is this season teaching me?" Patience, resilience. Clarity about what you don't want. Those lessons matter. They shape your next decisions in ways you can't see yet. Most people get stuck here because they want certainty before they move. But life doesn't work that way. Clarity comes from action, not the other way around. You move, you learn, you adjust, you grow, and slowly, without realizing it, you're no longer the same person who felt so lost at the beginning. And on the days when it feels heavy, when self-doubt gets loud, when you question whether you're a good enough, remind yourself of this. You are allowed to be a work in progress and still be worthy of love, respect, and self-belief. You don't have to earn your value by being perfect or successful. You already matter. So if all you do today is breathe a little easier, be a little kinder to yourself, and take one small step forward, that's enough. Really? That's how change starts. Not with a dramatic overnight transformation, but with consistency, honesty, and patience. If this message hit you, comment iron below. This channel isn't for everyone. Only for those who choose discipline over comfort. Subscribe if you re one of Tim. I'll see you at the top.